Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the National 5 Business course. So the course is made up of 5 different units. You have Understand Business, Marketing and Operations, which is split into 2 different units, and then Human Resources and Finance, again split into 2 different units. So pupils are given an SQA unit assessment at each of these units, and this just helps us gain a little bit of understanding of where they might be in their learning. Each one of these units, I feel, are just equally as important, not just for the exam, but for going into the world of work and business, because they're all very relevant to what it is that they will be doing when they leave school, whether they go into university, college, or into a work placement. If you would like to know what is included in each of the units in a little bit more detail, you can do so easily by searching Google for SQA Nat 5 Business Course Spec. The first link should take you to a document that looks like this. It explains how the marks are allocated for the exam and the assignment which is done in class. The exam question paper is worth 90 marks and this takes around 2 hours. And the assignment is worth 30 marks and they are given 5 hours of class time to do this in. Further down the document you will see that it explains how the assignment is done and split into headings. So for the background information they get 4 marks, for doing their research they get 6, for writing out their findings and analysing these findings it's worth 12 marks, and then for coming to a conclusion or recommending what the business could do better they get another 6 marks. And then for putting it together in a report you would send out to a business, making sure it's got its headings on, professional wordings used, you get 2 marks for this. If you scroll down a little closer to the end of the document, there's an in-depth table of what it is that we cover in each unit of our course. So for example, in Understanding Business, we look at how businesses operate in different sectors of economy. For example, primary, which extracts raw materials such as farmers, secondary, which is businesses that manufacture things such as factories, and tertiary, which is businesses that provide a service such as shops, so your Tesco or Co-op. There is also a list of the type of activities that we tend to do in class with pupils to help them gain a better understanding of the topic. So, for example, relating to the sectors of industry, we would be researching and investigating different businesses that operate in our local area, so Calendar Main Street, and then we identify what sector it is that they belong to. So I have some of my personal top tips for assignment that I use in class and that should be reiterated back at home to pupils. And this is for doing the assignment mostly. So if you use the assessment task document provided by the SQA, you can find this by searching Nat 5 Business Assignment. Again, should be the first one that comes up. And on page 7 it gives pupils examples of how they gain marks. So it shows the markers guide that is used by the SQA and where marks are allocated. Pupils are actively encouraged to use this during their assignment as they do have access to the internet and therefore have access to this document. It's not something that is only on the SQA secure purely for teacher use, it's accessible for pupils as well. And lastly, my top tip for assignment is to use the Understanding Standards assessment form from the SQA. So this can be found if you search for National 5 Business Assignment Understanding Standards, and it gives you 2 options here. So you have one for exams and assignments, and this uses past examples of pupils' work. So I'm going to show you one just now for the assignment. So this one shows where the marks have been allocated. It shows the original paper submitted by the pupil, the markers annotations, and then some commentary at the side of where it was that they got the marks and why marks weren't given for certain parts. So I hope this video gives you a better understanding of what students are taught in business and how our students are assessed. As you may already be aware, there is some changes being made to business through the SQA for the session of 2021. If you go into Google and Google National 5 Business Course Update, it will take you to the SQA website and there is an option here to see what the changes are. So if you select the National 5 to Advanced Higher Course Information, there is one on here that explains guidance on course assessment, where the PDF document then explains further on how their assessments have changed. So as you can see here, it starts by telling us that there will be no assessed coursework. What this means is that the assignment that I explained later on in the video won't take place for the session of 2021. Instead, they're going to be working with their stakeholders to develop an alternative certification model. And they have also mentioned that some of the things that they wouldn't have been assessing this year would have been some of marketing mix, so price, place and promotion, a little bit of HR, which is recruitment and selection, and break even. However, the document does go on to say that any evidence gathered in class from prelims or evidence questions can cover these topic areas, and therefore they will still be taught in class. This will also help pupils currently taking National 5 who will be taking higher next year. If you want more information on this, if you click on this link, it will give you all of the information about what is covered in our course and how that has changed for the session of 2021.